Yeah, I had a great time, despite how somber the subject matter was.
Sure.
I mean, it says right in the script, forget the past, kill it if you have to. And you're doing a pretty good job.
I'm trying.
That was Mark Hamill and Rian Johnson. They're at some sort of interview, apparently. I watched this video on the Jar Jar Abrams channel. He recently uploaded it today. I will put a link down in the description box so that you guys can actually watch the video of it. But you listen to something like this and it's like, wow. Really throwing it in your face at this point. It's like if some dude in broad daylight came into your house, threw open the door, came into your house, stomped around with his muddy boots on, right in front of you, walks into your kitchen, starts opening up your refrigerator, eating your food, drinking your whatever, going into your wife's jewelry cabinets and stuff, and just taking all your stuff. Walks out as if, nothing. And the thing is, it gets worse.
But, you look for scripts that are highly original, and that's why I thought Last Jedi was incredibly daring, because I remember one thing that was very informative to me, because I would say, but we really have to think of what the audience expects and what they want. And he says, no, we have to do the opposite. We have to give them something they don't expect that we want.
That was the entirety of the applause in there. I didn't edit any of that out. They didn't edit any of that out. That was really the true applause to that statement. And just in case it wasn't clear, those weren't Mark Hamill's words. That was Mark Hamill quoting Rian Johnson at the end. And after listening to that the first time, all I could think of was, young fool. Only now, at the end, do you understand. But of course, Rian Johnson is too old to be considered young and dumb. They say wisdom comes with age, but this isn't always the case. So I'm going to repeat those words just so I can get them straight in my mind. We have to give them what they don't expect, and we want. As if he doesn't realize that the audience is going to be the ones paying for this crap. As if that is some sort of automatic formula to a great movie that everyone is going to love, or that enough people are going to love. Any idiot knows that in order to get what you want, you have to give the audience what they want, just like Mark was telling him.
And I started making the emotional disconnect that I need to go through when I read 7. Not the fact that I was just in at the end, the fact when I realized, oh my gosh, I'll never get to work with Harrison Ford again. That was the first big disconnect. Then the second one was, realizing that, thinking that they'd kill me off in 9, that they were going to, speed it up a little, get rid of the old fogies and focus on the new gang. And then I relished the fact that I had at least a scene with Carrie.
So Mark Hamill's a fan of Star Wars. He's a fan of Luke Skywalker. And any idiot should know that if he has to make disconnects, like the ones they were, forcing him to make, the fan base will also make those same disconnects. It doesn't take a genius to figure this stuff out. You don't really want the fan base to disconnect from your $240 million movie while they're watching it. But there's more.
Because I kept saying, why would Luke turn off his telepathic powers with his sister?
It's clearly because Rian Johnson and Kathleen Kennedy always saw Luke Skywalker as a coward. He cowardly tried to murder his sister's son. And then he cowardly left his sister to deal with the problem. Now hopefully the screen I left up here will affect you in at least one of two ways, preferably both of two ways. It'll remind you of what those people tried to ruin, and hopefully piss you off, and maybe give you a little bit of nostalgia at the same time. I'm good at responding to this sort of thing in anger, but I'm not so good at responding to it with humor. So I, in order to laugh at these certain situations, I go to the Shaney Entertaining channel. He's a really awesome guy. He hates The Last Jedi as much as any of us do, but somehow he's able to laugh at this stuff. And I would encourage all of you guys to subscribe to his channel, go watch all his videos. He's got really, really entertaining stuff going on over there. This was some depressing shit, and I'm sure all of us could use a laugh at the end of all this, so check out my friend Shane. And if you're listening, you are the new rebellion. You are the new rebellion. You are the new rebellion. You are the new rebellion.